So we're going to talk about tubing using a cool tool from Topaz Labs called Remask. And I particularly chose this image because of the hair and how it is feathery around her face, because we all know that having an image with hair can be very challenging. So in a lot of cases we might just put something over this and multiply it and not have to worry about it. But if we were really determined to tube an image like this, Remask might be the way to go. So Remask is a Topaz filter. So you get it through Topaz Labs. I actually downloaded a free version for 30 days and for some reason it never expired. So I recommend you try that. Oh, that's right. You can't do a remask on the only layer that you have. So you start off by duplicating it. Okay. I want to show you how the tool works. It's really simple. It's really smooth. Go into Topaz Remask. It drops you in here, and the first thing you do is you hit reset and you reset it to compute. That's what the blue is, and that's why it's made the image kind of a blue color. Now you have brushes, green, red, and blue is the compute brush. I've never used it as a brush, to be honest. I just use the green and the red. Red means I don't want it, green means I want it. The brush size is adjusted up here, so we can go a little larger, hit the red, and basically you just kind of outline the area that you want them to get rid of. The idea is to hit every shade basically that you're going to be wanting to have deleted, because what it will do is it'll find anything in that shade. I'm going to make the brush size a little smaller and make a little streak in here. It's not necessary, but sometimes I just like to do what I can. But if you at least hit the main areas, that's a good place to start. Green is going to tell it what we want to keep. So again, we just need to hit things that are representative of the color scheme that we want to maintain. So you don't have to be neat and tidy about it. You just need to kind of outline and hit all of the different tones. I like to try to hit the edges as best I can though, so it kind of knows where my edges are defined. Maybe one stripe there, tip of her nose. The more you play with it now, the less you have to tinker with it later, but really, if you just get the main areas, you have a good start. Now, you hit compute. It goes faster than this. Usually the program I'm using to make the tutorial slows my computer down. Oh my god, it's usually much faster than this. Come on, computer, you can do it. Come on. There we go. So now you see already how it's outlined the image. Isn't that cool? We're going to click up here on the keep so we can see what's being kept. And so you see we have the wispy hairs all down here, but we have a little bit still in here of the color that we don't want to keep. And sometimes we end up losing, like see on her shoulder, we're seeing that we've lost a little. So we can go to the red. Oh dear, my youngest is being dramatic, so click on it and there. Now it did cut out some of the hair from there, so you have to kind of decide how you want to handle that. Instead of a right and left click like with our erase tools, it's you switch from the keep to the take away. So we'll see how that looks. Also here on the shoulder it was a little off. So you can do some fine tuning here, or you can just go ahead and hit OK, get back to the image, Now this one, of course, we're not seeing the effects because we have this underneath one. So here I'm going to go ahead and fill it with a pink. And now you can see how much of that original background has been taken off and what's left. If you need to do further refining, now you can actually use your eraser and go along. Here is maybe a little fuzzy, but if we're bringing in more colors to the background, that will blend in and just kind of look more like shading. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter had a little accident. Alright, so we're going to look at this image, and this image has a little more going on in the background. I just wanted to show it to you again. Did it again. Usually I start with a blank and I drop this on so it's already a layer. So here, let's just do that. So I'm going to make an Av, and I have my blank that I start with. And then I drop my image on it, and there we go. Then I can go right into Remask. Again, reset to compute. I start with the red, make the brush a little bigger. Just kind of outline the areas we're not going to be keeping. Green or zigzag. Zoom. Compute. Again, it would generally be done by now, but because of my computer dealing with the video capture program, it's slow. Okay, now I'm going to go up here and hit keep and see what I've got. And we're seeing a lot of the checkers through there, so with my green I can go along. What's nice is you just hit one spot and it'll fill in everything of that shade, and it's in that area. So you can kind of get it filled in pretty quickly. His hand. Of course, the bigger the brush, the more you can fill in at a time. The smaller the brush, the better you can control how much gets picked up. And like again here, this probably was stuff I didn't want. Hit OK, and there we go. And now you can take your eraser and go and kind of fine tune around the edges if you need to. It's a really nice tool, and especially useful with the hair, keeping detail of the hair. And now you've got your tube, and that's how Remask works. Oh, here's some more. Oh, maybe not. Well, that is What is that? I don't know. Have to kind of decide on that. Anyway, there you go. Have fun with it.